So let me guess, you've been looking for a new construction home here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and all you keep finding are brand new homes stacked on top of each other with all the square footage and none of the lot, and they all look exactly the same. Well, then this video might be for you. We're gonna tour this stunning home here in the Sharon Woods neighborhood. And in fact, this home was built in the 1960s. It's been completely gutted from top to bottom, extended, and it gives you not only the square footage, but sits on a half-acre. Now stick around to the very end because there's some really intriguing details, not only about the community, but also about this house that make it stand out from the rest. Looking for everything Charlotte, North Carolina, the ins, the outs, and everything in between, you've come to the right channel. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and be the first to know about all upcoming changes, not only to the market, but to the Charlotte area itself. I'm 𝗖𝘀, your Charlotte real estate expert, and we get calls, texts, emails, Zoom invites every single day from people just like you, looking to make the move to the Charlotte, North Carolina, and South Carolina areas. So if that's you, drop down into the description below. All of my contact information is there, whether you're moving here in 9 days or 90 days from now, moving across the country, across the world, or just across town. We're here to make your move everything you want it to be. Sharon Woods sits to the southeast in the lower wedge or quadrant of Charlotte. Now, this particular community is called Mountain Brook. Mountain Brook sits just off of Carmel Road and is in the heart of everything you could possibly want. Close to Ballantyne, close to Matthews, close to South End, and close to Uptown. In fact, you're only about a 15-minute drive to Uptown, which makes this area extremely convenient. Now, one of my favorite things about this particular area and this development in particular, this development was started back in the 1960s. And in fact, yes, this home was actually originally constructed in the 60s. So why in the world would you completely gut and renovate a house that was built in the 1960s? Why not just go new? Here's the thing, this property has class and charm, and there's just something about refinishing something that's older and making it new that just feels good. But here's the other thing, every other new construction property that you're gonna see in this area are stacked right on top of one another. They're on zero lot lines practically, and they're asking obscene prices, 1 million, 1.5, 2 million, and they all look the same, and they're all void of character. But take a look at the other homes in this neighborhood. As you can see, they all have beautiful wide lot lines, lush trees. It's mature. It's a place where you'd want to walk down the street and walk your dog or play in the front yard with the kids. This is the area for that. And that is something that's lacking in most new construction. Okay, let's get into the house. I want to share with you all the details so you can see why I love this house so much. Wow. Upon first coming into this home, the first thing that you're going to notice is these custom front doors. These doors are actually handmade in a factory or facility, should I say, not too far outside of Charlotte, and they are absolutely stunning. Now, there's other key features in this home that I'm going to point out, such as the tiled fireplace, etc. And there's a lot of things that were removed and plenty of things that were added, so I'm going to be sure to point that out. If you haven't already figured it out, the front awning that we walked under to come into this home was added on. That was not original to the home. They raised that ceiling area up to give some height on the front porch, and it's actually very sizable. It's probably about a 10 by 12 or the size of your standard spare bedroom. So it's perfect for those front porch evenings with a glass of tea or whatever you like to get down with in the evening. So as you walk into the home, you can come into the formal living room or around the fireplace into the family room. For right now, let's come in through this way and take a look at the office space. Now the office space is on the main floor, but it is tucked away to the front of the home, which I think is a great plan, especially if you don't like the noise in the rest of the house while you're working. Absolutely beautiful. In fact, it also does have a small closet, so if you really wanted to, you could count it as a bedroom. Coming out of here, I'm gonna take you guys into the favorite place of any home, the kitchen. Now, the first thing that you're gonna notice is this beautiful waterfall that they've got going with the quartz. This quartz is absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna show you some more detail of that in a second. But as you can see, it's a very nice open floor plan. Now, of course, this home was split up a little bit more back in the past. Of course, it was built in 1964. So there's a lot of walls that were taken down in this home to truly give it this open feel. Now, aside from walls being taken down, things were also added. So this entire room in here was an add-on, and I'm going to highlight this for just a second. Look how many windows there are in here. The natural light absolutely pours into this home. And this overlooks the backyard, which we're going to get to soon. But look at this. Look how much green. It is just so gorgeous. So coming back around this way, take a look at this fireplace. What a showstopper. So gorgeous. This fireplace is original to the home. However, the tile work is not. They completely redid everything. And this is culture or natural marble. So you're going to have some variation in the tile work throughout, and some of them, that one's actually getting changed out because it came from a different quarry, so you can see it doesn't match. So that is actually going to get changed out. Now, before I get into the kitchen and go into all the details in here, I want to point something else out about this builder. They build regularly in the Charlotte area, and their whole philosophy is, instead of building new construction that has absolutely no charm whatsoever, they want to refurbish and bring back to life these beautiful homes to give you not only a major discount on the kind of luxury lifestyle that this provides over new construction, but gives you the yard. In fact, they don't renovate any home that sits on less than a half acre or thereabouts, close to it. In addition to that, they do warranty their work. This is not a fly-by-night, put lipstick on a pig kind of builder. No, they are quality, and you can see it through everything they do. In fact, one of the other properties that they did, I actually toured. It's on my page. You can go look it up. But that property, one of my clients purchased, and they were incredible from start to finish and even after the fact. So don't be worried when you see renovation. It just depends on working with the right people. And I can vet and back that these folks are them. So let's take a detailed look at this kitchen. First off, you've got this gorgeous double door refrigerator and freezer. Oh my gosh, plenty of space throughout. And the nice thing about this, it's not overly deep either. Have you ever lost food in your refrigerator? I have. It's not overly deep. In fact, it's just a little bit deeper than counter depth, which makes it low profile and absolutely gorgeous. Now they did go ahead, I'm gonna go into the details here. They did go ahead and match up the tile work beautifully with the quartz countertops, and everything is in its place. In fact, you have a mini refrigerator and wine cooler. If you are a beer or wine drinker, you know both of those are different temperatures. Truly appreciate that. You have the built-in microwave below in the island. No one wants that on a counter, ever. Over here, you've got your Thor dishwasher and a beautiful, deep, wide sink, which I can truly appreciate. Now, last but certainly not least, look at this stove. This is a chef's dream. A Forno stove. You've got both sides here. Look at how many dials. I absolutely love it. Now, one thing that's a little bit intriguing about this stove, I know many of us have gotten used to the fact that everything's digital. This one, not so much. But here's the thing. This is actually a top-of-the-line stove. Those that I know that are chefs, that love to cook, that are actual professionals, this would be the kind of range and stove that they would be looking for. It's incredible, and it fits perfectly into this space. Now, in addition to that, of course, you have your pantry upper and lower, which I can truly appreciate. You always need a pantry for those extra little things. Love it. And let's take a closer look at this island. So 4 very comfortable seats going across, but there is nothing here. For those of you whose pet peeve is having a sink in the middle of the island, they don't do that. They don't ever do that on the projects that I've seen. They like to put it over on the far end so you have a nice, clean centerpiece in the middle of your kitchen. So we're gonna go ahead and turn around this way, and we're gonna go down the hallway. Now, on our way there, I wanna point out a few other things. We have an accent nook right here for art. In addition to that, they've gone the extra mile. These are all real hardwoods, and they are absolutely stunning. As we head down the hallway this way, we have the shared bathroom. Now, first off, how cute is this tile? And I have to share with you the detail work here. So look at this. Beautiful, beautiful vanity. So well done from top to bottom, as you're already understanding. You've got your floor to ceiling, or at least tub to ceiling, slightly floor to ceiling, tile work, and this overlooks the back. But I'm not gonna show you the backyard just yet. You gotta earn that. We're gonna get to it, don't worry. We gotta head down the hall. So as you head back this way, you can see there's a secondary linen closet here. Heading off to the right, we have two things going on here. To the left, we have this beautiful spare bedroom. Again, with a nice sized closet. Beautiful floors throughout, which I can truly appreciate. And across the hall is another linen closet. Now this is actually the original closet, and I say that, the sizing of it is original, the placement is original. So here's the thing, in a home built in 1967 or any time in the 60s, the actual layout would have been 3 bedrooms, and it's all a ranch, with usually 1.5 bathrooms, but sometimes 2 if you were lucky. In addition, that dining room would not have been there, and all of the spaces would have been very closed off. So let's take a look down the hall and see what they've done with these last 2 bedrooms on the first floor. That's right, I said first floor, because there is a basement now. Let's go look. So as we come down this hallway here, we're gonna go to the left, and there's this beautiful spare bedroom in here. Again, hardwoods throughout on the first floor. Absolutely love it. Nice double door closets over here. They've redone and put all new doors, all new handles, everything. Plenty of space in here. And then right across the hall, we have, can you guess it? Our primary bedroom. Now this one is quite substantial. So as you come in here, the first thing you're going to notice is how large this room is. This is not the norm for the 60s. This is a huge room. There's a king-size bed that's in here, and as you can see, you have plenty of room for nightstands in here and some beautiful upper windows. Now, I'll save the best for last on this room, but this might be one of the best. Take a look at the size of this closet. This is an impressively large closet for a home in 1967. Why is that? Because the builders did an incredible job reevaluating all the space and making better room. So let's go take a look at this primary bathroom, because it's a stunner. So coming over this way, we step into the primary bathroom. Now the first thing I want to point out are these floors. They literally are glistening as I walk in here. These are marble floors. Look how beautiful. Hello. Not me, the vanity. Beautiful vanity, again, all matching. You've got the marble top here. You've got the touch frame mirror so you can turn the perfect lighting on whenever you want it. And then over here, we have what I think is the smartest thing you could possibly do, especially in a luxury property. One, everything matches. From this beautiful tile work on the floor to the walls, even the little inset with the herringbone. But the best part, 2 shower heads and 2 controls. I can't be the only one that neither of us agrees on a temperature. It happens to everybody. This is a game changer. So from the incredible shower, we then have what I consider the marriage saver. Right over here, we have our water closet behind closed doors, which is very appropriate. And then you come step back out into the primary bedroom. That bathroom is amazing. I may or may not be jealous, and I may or may not be stealing that design for my house. But here's the thing, we're only on the first floor. There's actually a whole heck of a lot more to see, so let's go downstairs. Holy moly, look at the size of this basement. First off, this is the same chimney that connects all the way upstairs. So this is right underneath the fireplace upstairs. But look how big this space is down here. And it goes out to the patio, which we're gonna get to in a minute, but I want you to take all of this in. How gorgeous. Now, this home is beautifully staged. No one has lived in it since it's been renovated, but here's a fun fact. This basement space that we're in right now, it actually already existed, but it was completely unfinished, meaning the square footage was just a lot of storage space. And the backyard also completely unusable. So let me show you some of the things that they went ahead and installed down here and show you why this is a really incredible area. So as you can probably already tell, it's extremely useful. You've got a sitting area all the way back there. You've got another sitting area right in here. And this is kind of a secondary living space. So if you had guests that came over, they have their own living space. How amazing is that? Look how gorgeous this is. The nice thing is throughout this basement area, you also have windows, so you have plenty of natural light. You don't feel like you're in a cave. To all my northerners, I know you're used to basements and you're used to those that probably just have window wells. These are legit windows that you can see out of, which is super nice. So as we come around the corner here, you're gonna find this space right here. Now this is staged as a workout area if that's what you choose for it to be. Taking a look over here. If you recall, upstairs, there wasn't a washer dryer area. This is the washer dryer area, but this is incredible. Guys, you know this. I love dogs. I rescue dogs. I'm on foster number 63 right now. Check in with me later and see what count I'm at. This dog washing station is a game changer for anyone with pets. What I do love, it's downstairs. Perfect spot, absolutely love it. It also has the option there, you could put a little hose on it, but look at the detail work even here for the pups. I love it. So coming from there, we've got this space, which is an amazing closet in here. Coming back out of here, we're gonna go right across to this door over here. Let's go in door number 2. Did you say storage? Yes, this home does still have storage. Obviously, as you can see, there's a few details that they're still working on in the home right now. But it's very easily accessible storage, which I can truly appreciate. Even that closet over in the laundry room, easy to access. So let's go around the corner because there's actually still more. So as we mentioned, out this way, you've got that first living room area, but check this out in here. Right here, you've got a little bit of a drop zone area. So if you come in from the backyard, you've got storage space and additional closet space. The storage is endless in this home. And as we come out this door, you can see, we can look to the left, we'll get there in a second, and looking to the right, we're back in that living room. So let's come down this hallway and take our first left. So this is where we have the bathroom in the basement. Now, once again, they did not spare any expense. They truly wanted a luxury lifestyle in this home. And you can see it from the tile selected to the beautiful glass enclosure. It's absolutely stunning. Now, as we leave that room, we are going to come further down the hall and we're going to go to the left first. So we're going to come all the way back here. Now this, if you've been counting, is the 4th bedroom. Now here's the thing, this isn't a basement. Technically, this is a basement room, but look at this. Windows. Literal windows. You do not feel like you are in a basement at all whatsoever. It is gorgeous. So let me go ahead and flip this camera around and show you the details of this room. So as I mentioned, gorgeous windows over there, lots of natural light. Coming in here, you do have a closet, but here's the crown jewel. And if you've been noticing, same hardwoods throughout this room. Check this out. Magnificent. Huge shower. I mean, massive shower with a large form tile. Beautiful graining. And as we turn this way, you can see dual vanity. Have you noticed they've used different vanities in every room? I truly appreciate that. And I'm gonna point out this tile. Now this tile was used in another home that they did, another home that I actually videoed, and it looks super slick. But when you get your feet wet and you step on it, it actually grips. Don't ask me about the science behind it. It just does. And I've tested it. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. But it works, so you're not gonna slip coming out of the shower. It's really nice. So as you can see, it's a Jack and Jill. So as we come to the other side, we have another humongous bedroom with plenty of light. Again, we're in a basement. It doesn't look like a basement. Look at how much light and windows are in here. And then you go all the way to the other end and you are back in the living room area. I don't know about you, but I get guests all the time. And I kind of wish that they had their own space. This house actually allows you to give them their own space, Or if the kids need their own space, they have their own hangout space down here. So we're gonna now go check out the outdoors where they're doing a little bit of finish work, but it's all coming together and you can see what it's truly going to be. The first thing you're gonna notice on this back patio is this gorgeous view. I'm gonna walk you through all of it. Let's go take a look. Backyard is extremely private and the house sits on 0.44 acres. Now, a lot of this yard is sloped, as you can see behind me right here, but if you wanted to go ahead and flatten it out, add a few retaining walls, you certainly could. In fact, it has been proposed that the upper portion be completely flattened out so you can put a basketball hoop or whatever you want up there. So one thing I also want to point out when looking at the back of the house, you've got this beautiful carport right here. This is a 2-car carport. As you can see, those windows that are right there, that's that dining room space that we saw earlier in the video. Absolutely gorgeous. The view of the backyard, of the trees, it's just quiet, but it's also convenient. As I mentioned, we are located right off of Carmel Road, although you would never know based upon how quiet it is here. And we're only about 10 to 15 minutes from Uptown, about 5 minutes from South Park, and about 10 to 15 minutes from Ballantyne. Anywhere you'd want to go, you can access not only with ease, but this community feels like you are in a beautiful, set-back, quiet suburb, somewhere on the outskirts of Charlotte, and yet we're right in the middle. 5 beds, 4 baths, 4,700 square feet. A full basement, which is basically a visitor's dream and a homeowner's, and plenty of property that you do not have to talk to your neighbors if you don't want to, in a community where you will. Sharon Woods is one of the best areas of Charlotte, and this home is one of Charlotte's best. $1,675,000, and it is worth every penny. In an area where equity is gaining quite rapidly, but still ahead of the market, where it's still convenient and still affordable, this is probably one of the best houses that I've seen in the Charlotte market in a while. I hope you enjoyed this tour and I hope you got a lot of value out of it. Got more questions about this house or other areas of Charlotte, or just have your own input? Drop it down in the comments below. I look and respond to all my comments. And if you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button. I'll keep you posted on everything going on in Charlotte. And as I mentioned before, we get calls, texts, emails, Zoom invites from people just like you, looking to move to the Charlotte, North Carolina area and South Carolina. So if that's you, drop down in the description below. All our contact information is there, whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days across the world, across the country, or just across town. We're here to make your move everything you want it to be. So until next time, I look forward to showing you around town. So you're making the move. There's a lot of videos that you can be watching, like this one right here, or maybe even this one. Really either one of these, but honestly, watch both of them because they're gonna help you make the move. Go ahead, pick one. They're both really good.